I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Trilogy Funds. I've been with the business for 13 years. We're a property-based fund manager delivering returns to investors across two key product suites. So we went through a corporate restructure where we really went from a two-entity structure to something that looks like 10 entities with different layers. It immediately introduced a lot more volume, a lot of complexity around intercompany transactions, and it sort of really put a lot of pressure on finance. Our accounting system at the time, we were using MYOB Premier, and it was every single entity was actually separate. It didn't consolidate. Well, the chart of accounts were all different, so it made consolidations difficult. It was, sometime after the close of the month that we're actually getting results. That was causing frustrations at the executive level. That was probably one of the biggest things we're trying to improve.
So when we were looking at ERP systems, what I was directed from the board, they wanted a system that was going to fit in well with the other Microsoft products, with our CRM, with our Excel, with our Power BI, with all these other programs. So it's really important to understand what we were trying to do and how to make it all fit.
What sort of WIISE really hit on was like, geez, it's a terrific enterprise-grade solution that'll deliver everything that we need in terms of the internal controls, better access to information, and also controlling the input. So it was actually really a great find.
And when we started looking at ERP systems, WIISE just looked like it was the solution, because the way it electronically speaks to each entity and the related parties, we knew that would be a very positive outcome for us. We have 25 entities and there's a lot of intercompany transactions, and WIISE was a really good solution for that.
But it was really that intercompany that I was like, wow, that's just going to solve a lot of headaches for us in the way that we can actually sort of, on charge, because of course there's 28 entities in the group across all of our corporate vehicles and our schemes that we manage. So you can imagine there's just a sea of transactions back and forth, and if we can actually deal with and eliminate that duplication of data entry, that was quite big for us. Because it's a Microsoft product, our ability to then have a Power BI dashboard that we could then publish to the executives is really, really appealing. That, coupled with the subscription cost, was really the main reasons why I made the decision to go with WIISE.
Since going to WIISE, we found that there's many efficiencies to use that time better spent in reviewing reports and the outcome, especially with intercompany transactions, because previously it was very manual where we had to enter into several entities. Now we can rely on a system to enter it in once, know that it's going through correctly, and then spend our time reviewing the numbers rather than entering in the numbers. And for any system, that's a positive. It has given us a lot more time back. We were really excited when we heard about WIISE had dimensions. So dimensions is a hierarchy. So rather than having a dozen different marketing expense accounts, we're able to have one account with several dimensions. So if we need to report on that later on, we could just run a dimension report and see the detail there. So it just makes it really clean when we're looking at our reports and accounts, and knowing that we can drill into that detail at a different level with dimensions.
For people in our game, it's all about scale and getting to a level of funds under management that is, able, like the business can then operate. So we have hit that particular mark. We've got further to go, but I think that instead of hiring a team of people, we can actually probably work with the staff that we've currently got to then double in size and not have to exponentially hire more staff in the process.
For any company that's considering going to WIISE and they're on a desktop version of another program and not with the cloud, I strongly encourage to go cloud and to go WIISE.